social communication is hampered again, because again they don't have the sufficient language to interact with the people. Even they don't know what to say, when to say, how to use the word. Using word is one of the most difficult challenges they face in day-to-day life, which hampers quite a lot of things in terms of learning as well. So these are the characteristics. You see them like they have little bit of stereotypic behavior, a little more rigid pattern of living, little more echolalia in their speech, less of eye contact. So these are the things which are in layman term are the characteristic of ASD. However, whosoever is dealing with them, they would have had, or they're supposed to have a proper clinical assessment with the child psychologist or the whole team. Then they get to know what exactly it is. So next comes is, what are we supposed to do? If we see, if we know, if we are dealing with the person with autism, guys, this is not a condition which will vanish. This is a condition which is going to stay with the person, but we need to understand that a person is person first, and then they have this autism. A person with autism, it's not an autism only, person with autism. So we need to be giving them support in terms of intervention, social support, emotional support. Support to the family is very important, because these person with autism, they are least bothered person. They don't care what do you think, what do you feel, what do you want. But family certainly are sensitive. They are going through a lot, as in like they have to make their life in such a way that it has to be revolving around their kid, because kid needs support all the time. The financial, the mental, the physical, the emotional support. So whenever you see the person with autism, be supportive enough. If not supporting, at least be little empathetic enough towards the family, towards the kid. Be little more accepting, because they might behave little different than us in most of the social context. One more thing what I want to talk about in this context is, we often miss out on the traits of personality and the problem. We say child has this behavior, so there is a very fine line. Again I tell you, this is a person with autism, so person will have all the psychological traits or the physiological traits or the behavioral traits of their both parents. Again, what happens in autism, if you do the personality profiling of parents, the kid has the negative characters in comparatively excess from both the parents. Now let me tell you how. For example, most of us have few of the personality flaws in us. So OCD kind of thing, like perfection, completion, fidgetiness, cleanliness, over cleanliness, stubbornness, good at observation, good at logic, good at temper, strong-headed person, academic skill, likes and dislikes, nature of the person. There are a lot of things which they carry from both of their parents, which is in their axis. It's not only the negative but the positive as well. Few of kids are super excellent as their parent in academics, which their peers are not. So kids take both the genetic traits from both the parents. In their case, mostly happens negatives are in little excess. These are the personality thing. The child is stubborn is not that child has a problem. By personality, he's a headstrong child. He or she is a headstrong child. So we need to understand this person with autism is a person, and every person has a personality. Then we come to the problem. That part is autism. Whatever we see autism as a problem, if like compliance, sitting tolerance, eye contact, fine motor, gross motor thing, rapport building with the people, understanding social and peer interaction, not as far in the skill, low coping skill, adaptability, and those kind of things are part of problem. Which is like person has a personality and autism has the problem. So do not overlap the personality and problem, then you will have difficulty in handling the kid. you will be struggling sailing against the wave to correct the personality, because you cannot correct the personality. Shaping personality is a thing you can try. Child is stubborn, do a liberal parenting, gentle parenting, or whatever corrective parenting method you do. But changing personality is a task. I tell it to other people, as in like parent of typically developing people also, do not try to change the personality of your child. It is sailing against a wave. We have certain set of personality, we have grown with that, and we got to deal with that because it's a person, not a robot. What we need to do as a care, like there are variety of intervention needed for them. Psychological support, for communication, speech and language support, for academic special education support, for sensory issues, occupational therapy support, physiotherapy support, sports therapy, music therapy. There are variety and number of interventions which are required for them. But not all the kids need all, but whosoever needs, after assessment the parent get to know that who needs what. So they need to get that particular type of assistance in that. School needs to be supportive, immediate caretaker needs to be supported, family, extended family needs to be super supportive. Then their life can be easy. It's not a very visible difficulty, but yes, it's a very unseen, hidden difficulty which child is dealing with on every day, every moment basis, more than us. When we see we are neurotypical population, as a neurotypical population, we are supposed to be more accepting, more empathetic, more comprehensive. On top of that, I would say it is not an stigma, it is a condition, and you have to, if you are a responsible social human being, be like super supportive to the family, to the person, be little more comprehensive. Do not look at them with pity, because you never know what they are good at. Few of the kids are like, throughout my career I have seen, they are good at so many such skills that we cannot imagine of their peers having that. But certainly yes, they lack a certain thing, and that's why they are in that neuroatypical category. So on this particular day, video is getting posted little later due to some other prior engagements, but whenever you see a person with autism, see them differently, because they are different. They are not wrong, they are not weird. They are weird, but they are not wrong, they are not unacceptable, they are not bad. They just react differently, because environment for them are accepted or sensed by them in a little different way. Could be hyper, could be hypo. All of us have that, but we have in little, they have in excess. Those are the things. Be supportive to family, to the kids, and I extensively request whosoever is watching video, if you are a parent of typically developing kid, please do sensitize your kid for this kind of population. Reason that because they are going to their peers, they need to be empathetic.